So Walt Disney World is officially back open after 4 months of closure due to the coronavirus. And Disney World is actually opening in phases. On July 11th, Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom will both fully be open to the public. Hollywood Studios and Epcot will open on July 15th. I actually visited Animal Kingdom and the Magic Kingdom for some previews earlier this week. And on my Instagram, which you can follow at MarcusQYT, I asked you guys to send me some questions that you guys had about the opening of Walt Disney World. And so here I am right now at Disney Springs, and I'm going to answer those questions for you guys. Hopefully you guys can get a better understanding of what the opening of the parks is going to look like. First things first, I need to explain how you can get into the parks at Walt Disney World. Right now you need a park reservation. So what you do is you need to have a valid ticket for any of the Disney World parks. And when you have that ticket, you can go onto the My Disney experience and you can try to select a reservation for 1 day for one park. And when you arrive at that park, or you arrive to Disney Springs like I am right now, you will need a mask. Here at Disney Springs, they're allowing neck gaiters as of right now. They've been allowing them since it's been open for about a month. I think now it's been open. You can wear neck gaiters at Disney Springs as far as I know, but at the parks, neck gaiters are not allowed. The masks that are required at the parks need to be tied with a loop, ear loop like this, or they need to have strings that you can tie around the back of your neck. You will also need to pass a temperature screening. You will need to have a temperature below 100.4 degrees to be let into the park. Okay, first question, it says, is a mask required when taking pictures? As far as I know, masks are required the whole time. I don't believe you are allowed to take off your mask unless you are eating in one of their designated eating places, unless you're sipping on a drink, or unless you're in one of the relaxation stations, which you can find throughout the park. In Magic Kingdom, there's 3, and those are the places where you are allowed to take off your mask completely. Next question asks, were people social distancing and wearing masks for the most part? When I'm at the parks, everyone was social distancing. I didn't see anybody not wearing their mask. It was very rare when I would see someone wearing their mask like this. Everyone was wearing their mask correctly, and if they aren't wearing their mask correctly, Disney cast members are very quick to go and correct them, tell them that they need to put their mask on. As far as the social distancing, I think everyone did a great job. I gotta say though that when I was at parks, Animal Kingdom and Magic Kingdom, it was for cast member previews. So I expect cast members and their guests to abide by the rules, be better guests than everyday regular guests that go to the park. So just keep that in mind. I'm sure that when the parks fully open, July 11th and July 15th, there is going to be some guests who kind of act unruly. But I'm very confident in these Disney cast members to correct them and tell them the social distance and to wear their mask. Next question says, can you tell if construction is still going on at Tron? The Tron construction is still going strong. There was something saying that because of the Splash Mountain reimagining, that the Tron construction would sort of be paused, but I did see people working on the Tron roller coaster when I was there. I saw them working on the building, and it's coming along pretty nicely. Next question asks, if I have a drink, can I slip my mask off and take a sip of my drink? Yes, you can. If you have a drink, you can slip off your mask like this, get a quick drink, put it back on quickly. But Disney does not want you to walking around without a mask on. If you want to take off your mask, you'll need to go to one of the designated sections. But if you are just slipping off your mask to get a quick drink, you can do that. Next question asks, what was most different about my trip in the new environment in the world we are living in today? I would say the most different thing, there was a few things that were very strange. Of course, it was strange seeing people wearing masks all around the parks. It was strange not having characters out and about in the parks. Characters, if you didn't know, they are not doing any character meet and greets right now. If you do want to see characters, there will be characters random times throughout the day in the parks during different little cavalcades. In Animal Kingdom, there was characters riding on a boat around the river of Discovery Island. And of course, it was very weird seeing the parks with so few people. It was very, very low crowds. And that's how the parks are going to be for a while now. They're not allowing a lot of guests in. And the queues to the rides are actually very different. The queues are set up to where there's 6 feet in between parties at all times. And some of the queues where they can't separate the lines. They'll have plexiglass to keep the two lines safe. And of course, there's no fast pass. When Disney World reopens, there's no fast pass going on right now. It's just standby. So that's very different. I do not know a Disney park without fast pass. This is the first time I've ever seen this. Of course, first time I've ever experienced the parks with social distancing. And the fact that you have to have a park reservation now to go into the theme parks, that's pretty weird. These are all things that we've never experienced before, so it makes the experience a little bit different, but doesn't lessen the experience at all. Disney World is still amazing. And this last question asked, did I feel unsafe at any times at the parks? And I have to say that I personally did not feel unsafe at any of the parks. They take your temperature, they make sure that everyone's wearing a mask, they make sure everyone is social distanced. Disney is spraying down and disinfecting the ride vehicles throughout the day. Many times throughout the day, they're going to be disinfecting. Cast members are wiping down high-touch areas such as benches, poles, railings, and the attendance of these parks is very, very limited, so there's not a lot of people at all. So honestly, I would say that yes, I do feel safe at the parks. Me personally, I feel safe. But that's all the questions that I had. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask me on my Instagram or leave them in the comments down below. And if you are going to be traveling to Disney World anytime soon, just know that your experience will be different, but it still will be amazing. But that's gonna do it for me. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave it a like down below. Follow my social medias at MarcusQYT. Subscribe to the channel if you are new to keep up with all the new videos. And thank you all very much for watching. It's kind of fun to do the impossible, and I'll catch you on the next video.